Guten Tag from beautiful Berlin. My name is Daniel and I'm a co-founder here at RelicsData, the easy-to-use analytics platform for commercial real estate. I want to spend the upcoming minutes to explain to you why we at RelicsData are convinced that rent rolls are among the most important data sets in commercial real estate and why its value in terms of insightful information hasn't been leveraged yet. I will introduce you to the web-based RelicsData platform, which is the best-in-class rent roll analytics solution. Whether you're a banker or lender, whether you're a broker or consultant, investor or asset manager, you continuously face the challenge of receiving a high number of unstructured and faulty rent rolls in various formats. The information underlying these files is extremely valuable as it contains unit-level income information for any asset and portfolio, which allows you to detect the risks and opportunities to focus on. On the opposite, the process to derive this game-changing information is broken, time-consuming, and error-prone. You and your team spend hours preparing and crunching data to finally keep the analysis on a local drive inaccessible for any future analysis or benchmark by you and your team. Jumping now to the RelicsData platform, you will see how we automatically structure and analyze any rent roll and make the analytics available to anyone in your company. We strongly believe that data analytics does not end at data structuring, but by enabling anyone to make solid and data-driven decisions. Via standard APIs, you can connect your valuation, cash flow, or risk scoring solution to seamlessly process the data within your internal processes and solutions. Connecting a portfolio rent roll to the RelicsData platform is as easy as dragging and dropping the rent roll file right here. The process itself is fully automated, which means there's no manual work for you needed. You do not need to select headers, manually prepare the data, or put the data into a template. Over the course of processing more than 50,000 rent rolls here at RelicsData, we have developed a fully automated machine learning technology, which allows us to automatically detect the data within your data sets, extract the data, structure the data, and process the data to our database. By doing so, we also check the data itself for errors and faults which might occur within the sets. For sure, you keep ownership of your data at any point of time, and the connection itself is encrypted. The technology is fully location agnostic, and we can handle multiple languages and any currency within your data sets. Once the files are on our platform, you can access a list of all the assets you have ever connected to the platform. By all the assets, we do not just mean the assets which you do have under management, but all assets which ever passed your desk. Meaning all deals which have been ever offered to you can be connected to the platform. Everything you ever check to potentially invest in can be connected to our platform. By doing so, you build up an internal comparable database which allows you and your team to benchmark any potential future deal, to benchmark your own portfolio, or benchmark the performance of your letting managers. You can easily filter search and analyze a huge amount of assets within the platform. Assuming you're interested in residential assets with a vacancy of more than 3%, it takes you 2 clicks to prepare this set of assets. If you want to further analyze the performance of a specific asset, we already have prepared for you dashboards in order to analyze the performance of assets itself. If you're interested in the performance of the mid-size apartments which have been rented out in 2018, it takes you 2 clicks to analyze and create this set of units. You can easily see that you rented out 59 units of a mid-size in 2018 for a total annual rent of 638,000 per year. Climbing up the ladder of analytics, we also prepared for you a portfolio overview which allows you to analyze the general structure and distribution of your overall portfolio. Assuming you're interested in the local distribution of your portfolio in Germany, it takes you a click to dive deep here and to view the distribution within Germany itself. You can go even deeper to specific cities and view the location distribution across specific cities and the regarding districts here. A very common use case lately in dynamic and demanding times like these has also been to analyze the exposure to specific tenants within your portfolio. Assuming you want to know the share of Aldi, the German grocery retailer, within your portfolio, you just select this tenant and see that you have in total 5 assets in which Aldi is a tenant with a total rent of 1.73 million and a WALT of 7.5 years. So you can stay rather calm in this case, as you can see here the expiring leases are upcoming in not within the next years, but the years after. Let's assume for now you're in the middle of a transaction. You're considering whether to buy or not buy a specific portfolio and whether it's in line with your investment strategy. Assuming your investment strategy allows you to only keep the share of retail within your portfolio up to 50%, you can see that you're currently fine. You have 44.6% of retail within your portfolio, so you can potentially consider to buy and add on some retail units. As someone is offering to you the a retail portfolio which you are currently checking to invest in, you can just easily select this portfolio here and simulate how the structure and exposure of your portfolio would change once you add this portfolio to the assets you already have under management. As you can see here, this would increase the share of retail within your portfolio to 55%. This means you potentially might violate the your own investment strategy. So processing on this due diligence of this deal doesn't make any further sense, as acquiring this portfolio, at least for this SPV in this case, might not be an option here. For sure, you can export all the information and underlying data you're seeing here. We have prepared for you PDFs, image exports, and also for sure the data itself in spreadsheets. As the data itself is already structured, you can connect your cash flow models, valuation tools, risk scoring tools, any kind of solution which you internally use to further process the underlying income information from the rental itself in order to create the analytics you need in order to make the right decisions. So all of this data crunching is already being prepared here. The whole solution is a white label solution, so you can share data also with your external shareholder as it will be appearing in the look and feel of your company. We have very detailed user rights, which allow you to specifically decide which user can access which data for which period of time, and you're also able to monitor the usage and analysis of the data through the user itself. Also, we connected multiple data rooms to our platform, so you can directly access the underlying documents of a specific transaction or of the portfolio you have under management via our platform. So in a nutshell, we are offering to you rental analytics within minutes. It takes you a few clicks to structure and prepare any analysis you need in order to decide on whether to continue with a specific transaction, in order to analyze the performance of your letting managers, in order to assess the risk you might have in specific locations due to specific tenants, or to assess whether adding or buying a further portfolio is in line with your general investment strategy. Besides the very extensive portfolio analytics you have just seen, we also offer to you elaborate market analytics. This means you're not only able to analyze your own portfolio, but you're able to already analyze the environment in which the portfolio and all of your assets are positioned. I will use the next moments to introduce you to the Real Estate 360-degree market view. As you can see here, we just entered Berlin as an example. Our market analytics cover all of Germany for office and residential. You can see already on the map that again, your own assets are also linked to our platform here. Meaning you're able to access every building, every asset, every portfolio you have ever connected to our platform also on this view. Besides the market, besides your own portfolio, you are also able to access market data, which is partially based also on rental data. Meaning starting with the rent development, which you can see right here, you can analyze the past development of the rent growth within a specific area, which are currently rather big here. If you want to dive deeper into a specific area, you can just very easily drill down the size of the areas right here and see that the areas itself are getting way smaller, and therefore for sure also the analytics itself are getting way more precise. Besides the rent itself, we're also showing to you how long specific ads have been online on the listing platforms. Based on our experience, this has been a very, very precise and good indicator for demand for specific local markets. As you can see here right now, Moritzplatz, an area within Berlin-Kreuzberg, has an average length of 34 days for which advertisement is usually online, whereas for Berlin, the overall city itself, it's 69 days, meaning the demand on Moritzplatz is on average higher than for the city itself, so it's probably a above average area we're seeing here. Besides the rent development itself, for sure you can also access the underlying data, meaning the comparables itself, in order to get a better impression of which data we are using here to better analyze the potential rent comparables for your specific assets. You have various kinds of filters in order to create your own set of comparables for yourself. You can access the underlying pictures for each comparable just by clicking here, having a very detailed enlarged view for the pictures itself. For sure, again, you can also download the data for further analytics. Besides the rather quantitative data, we also prepared a very qualitative view for you, which allows you to access news in this specific area, meaning you are able to see other market competitors, see recent developments within a market, recent activities by any kind of market player, which again can be filtered by various attributes. For sure, it's not only about the residential data itself, but also about the social, economic and social demographic environment. So in a cooperation with Nexiga, one of the leading companies in Germany to provide social demographic data, we have prepared for you a large set of social demographic KPIs in order to analyze the structure of this specific area you have selected here. And again, this data is available nationwide. As Germany is specifically for residential, for the type of use residential is a rather restricted market, we also have available, for example, redevelopment plans, preservation areas, but also development plans itself, which are directly linked to the local authorities, meaning you are able to access all the relevant information to analyze the legal environment in which your portfolio under management or the assets you're analyzing in a potential transaction might be, to have all this information right at hand and to get a full impression here. Last but not least, I also want to show you our very recently released points of interest feature, which allows you to also analyze the areas itself regarding potential options for shopping, any kind of activity a residential tenant might be interested in here. We believe that there's a strong benefit and a great value add by combining your rental data, as we saw with market data, as it allows you to get the full picture of the portfolio you are looking at, meaning you're looking at the financial performance, the income side of the portfolio, and can directly set it into a relation with the market itself, as we give you a holistic and full picture of all data you need in order to continue on the decision-making process for your portfolio in hand. Meaning with this feature, you have all in one place and you can just take your decisions right from one platform. And this is what we offer to you. And this is why we strongly believe in the value add of rental data, and why we continue working on providing additional value based on your data to you. If you want to learn more about our state-of-the-art analytics platform, if you want to get a more extended demo or even start a pilot or trial period with us, feel free to reach out to me via ds@reallyxdata.com. I'd be happy to give you more insights. Thanks a lot for listening. Stay healthy and keep your decisions based on data. Auf Wiedersehen.